Hello again, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. If you've followed the channel for any period of time, really, you would know that I am a huge fan of 3D1. And on and off the camera, it's a part of the correction process here on a daily basis. And I really haven't found anything similar or that even comes close to comparing to 3D1. And that's till lately. I've been going through Xtreme Solutions polishes and compounds, and they do have a lot of them. And I could see how that would be a bit confusing for those of you just starting out, weeding through all of those compounds and polishes. And, you know, to be quite honest, I don't like all of them. I fell in love with the LVR 403 that was just in a video recently, so I'm continuing to test and go through the compounds as I do on a daily basis. I test every day. And I have come across this. This is LVR 503. And this is their version of 3D1. And I can tell you, this comes very, very close when it comes to quality and performance of the product. Just a little bit shy in finishing, but this has been the closest that I have come to 3D1 so far, testing all the products. And I just wanted to share the experience with you today. I know 3D1, it's hard to find the smaller containers. You normally have to buy the 32 or 33 ounce here for 40, 50 bucks. This is somewhere in the 20s, I believe, maybe high 20s. I'll leave a link down below if you want to look into it further. I'm not doing this to sell you the product. I just want to show you my experience as I'm finding products to compare them to others here. So I got one I really love so far, and I have one that's really, really growing on me as much as, every time I pull it out, I like it. And actually, my helper, Dan, who corrects with me on a daily basis pretty much here lately, he actually likes this more than 3D1. For me, I'm not quite there yet, and I'm going to show you why on the hood of this Honda here, which is trashed. So let's get right to it. I hate wasting your time. Working on the finish, black finish of a Honda, it is, yeah, as you can see, in a rough shape. And some of this stuff is quite deep, so we aren't going to be able to get everything out. And I would normally use 3D1 to cut because the clear coat is very, very, very soft. It's thin, and we don't want to remove a lot of it. This thing is really not that old. So it has many years out in the sun and whatever Mother Nature can dish up, so we want to leave as much clear coat behind. So we're going to compare these two products on the hood, 3D1 to the LVR 503, and we're going to get gloss meter readings in both sections, independent of each other. I'll put them down here with a marker. Then we're going to use both to cut and to finish on this hood. One pass each. That's all. That's as far as we're going to cut on the hood. This panel here faces the sun, guys. We don't want to strip it of its clear coat, the UVA, UVB protectants. As I've demonstrated to you guys many times, migrates to the top as the clear coat cures and gases. So we don't want to cut a lot of this. Everything's set. Let's get this started. We're going to use the 3D1 in its section here, and we're using the rotary and a Lake Country low-lint pre-washed lamb's wool pad. And that's what I'm going to use to cut this combination on this soft Honda hood. If it would be a hard GM, it would be the Lake Country purple or blue hybrid pads, which have a little bit more of an aggressive cut, and I'd be using 3D ACA 500 as the liquid to team up with that. However, again, this is soft, so we really want to be careful what we're cutting away on the hood, the roof, and the trunk as it faces the sun. So we're just going to do one pass with 3D1 in that section. We're going to jump over and do one pass of cutting with the same combination with the LVR 503 in the next section. Then we'll come back and we'll grab a dual action polisher, I guess, and a light polishing pad and use the same liquids to finish as we did to cut. We're going to see which one does the better job. All right, so we removed the residue. Give me a second to bring you guys in close so you can see better. And it has cut out probably 90 to 95% of the imperfections and just left a bit of a haze to finish up with a different pad. 3D1 is pad dependent. You could use it to correct the whole car, cut and finish on most cars. And I found that the LVR 503 is very similar. So let me clean the wool pad with my contraption here. We don't want to do any cross-contamination. We definitely want clean pads. A bit of a tip, if you're working on extra soft clear, keep the pads clean, cleaner than usual. Clean between every pass. That will avoid pigtails and marring as you're working the paint, just creating more work for you. And that's going to do it. It doesn't take very long. Got the pads cleaned off. We're not breathing in the fuzz or the dust from the polish or the compound or anything from the wool pad. It's all trapped in that contraption there and pulled down in a vacuum cleaner away from our lungs. So let me hop over, grab the 503, and we're going to cut just like we did over in the 3D1 section. All right, let me remove the residue here. Both sections were cut right below the third speed setting with just a little bit of pressure from my thumb, applying down pressure on the polisher to the pad, creating energy and friction onto the panel. So let me bring you in close. And you're going to see here, and I apologize for this little strip of sunlight, makes it hard to see, but it indeed does cut as good and maybe even a little bit better than 3D1, a little bit more aggressive. Again, it leaves a haze behind, so we're going to have to clear that up with a different pad, and I'll grab a different polisher for that. To finish, we're going to switch to the dual action polisher, and we're going to use a very soft finishing pad. This is just one small step up from an application pad, a black application pad that you would just use to apply waxes or sealants. You're going to need something this soft to finish on the soft, thin, clear coat here. By the way, walking around the car, I'm only getting readings between 3.1 to 3.8 mils in thickness, where if you'd walk around a regular car, say a GM or a Ford or Dodge, it would be between 5.1 and 5.6 mils, 5.7 mils. So yeah, the Asian cars, for some reason, well, I know the reasons, to cut back on cost. They really cut back on the material they're spraying on your car, which would be the primer, base coat, clear coat. That's fine for their accounts and their bean counters and their pocketbooks, but it's really not great for us detailers as we're removing scratches from such a thin layer on the surface of your car. All right, with the residue removed, I'll bring you in close once again, and now you can see the haze is cleared up. And a lot of the imperfections are gone. There are some still there. I'm going to make the call when I'm done cutting the rest of this hood. If I want to go any further, it may take another pass or two. But yeah, I'm going to have another conversation with the owner as well, as we don't want to customer expectations, guys. It's a lot better to have that conversation than to cut too deep into the clear coat. It's just a little bit of advice I have for you guys that are just starting out. So we're going to repeat that process after cleaning the pad with the 503 here. Okay, with the residue removed, I'll bring you in close yet again, and you'll see that the haze is cleared up, and it looks very, very similar. Both sides cut the same to the naked eye, and they also finish the same. But I have instruments to help me put some numbers behind what we're seeing here, and that's exactly what we're going to do. First, I'm going to get a panel prep, or grab an IPA solution just to make sure that I'm not showing you a product with fillers. Not that there's anything wrong with fillers, with as thin as clear coat is these days. Products with fillers, a year or two ago, that it's taboo in the forums and online. But I'm going to tell you, if you have clear that you can't shave and there's imperfections, fillers are a good thing. So let me get some measurements. Okay, so we have 96.3 gloss units in this section. So that is a jump of just under 10 gloss units, and that's huge. That's absolutely huge. That's what we're looking for. So let's jump over to the LVR 503 side, do the exact same thing. Now, what you're going to notice that the numbers aren't jumping quite as high when it comes to the gloss that the finish process produces. However, the difference in gloss cannot be picked up with the naked eye, really. You would have to have a difference of somewhere in the amount of 4 gloss units or higher to see a difference between two sections. So, they're very similar, but I could put some numbers behind that 3D1 finishes just a little bit better. So I went ahead and finished the hood with the 503, and I am very pleased. And that will bring us to the final thoughts segment of the video. Yeah, Xtreme Solutions' version of 3D1, so to speak, their LVR 503 dynamic cut, comes close. Not quite there yet, in my opinion. That differs from opinions here in my own shop here. So if it just finished down just a little bit better, brought out some more gloss and clarity, boy, it would be right there with the chief of all one-step products, 3D1. So I wanted to share that with you. Again, what you do with the information that I share with you, the experiences that I share, they're completely up to you. I would never steer you one way or another to buy a product. I don't want you to buy a product. With that said, unless you absolutely need it, if you have 3D1 or if you have a one-step that you enjoy, for Pete's sake, use it. Use it up. If you want to switch to something else, if you're looking for something new, you have my videos to come back to as a reference to maybe guide you, give you some guidance as to how the product works. But yeah, don't hoard products like I do, guys. It's not a good thing. Brian from Apex Detail, if you have any questions on the LVR 503, don't hesitate. I'll catch you in the next video. And if you're enjoying the content, find it useful, please be sure to like, subscribe, share the content, hit that notification bell. That will let you know when we have new videos.